Welcome everyone. I'm Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer. And in addition to being a counselor that helps you overcome trauma in the energetic space of the heart, I am also a clairaudient angel communicator. And today I want to share with you something that the angels shared with me regarding New Year's resolutions. Now, we all want to start the new year out right. We all want to feel good about ourselves, and we all want to keep those promises that we are making to ourselves. But it's important, the way that we approach this will actually move us closer to our goal instead of further away. So today we're going to look at why you should stop making resolutions and what you should do instead. The 5 areas that we're going to cover today is: what is a resolution? Are we even on the same page with what it is that we've been told we should do in order to be successful? And then we need to look at the difference between forcing yourself to do something and allowing yourself to flow towards something. It is the difference between making a resolution or allowing yourself to partner with an intention. Then, let's get really insightful and really confident about what to do instead. And finally, who is the helper that's going to make it possible? Which one of the energies in the energetic angelic realm are going to be able to help us reach our goals more easily? It is so important that you understand that the energetic realm, whether it is the angels, the archangels, the ascended masters, or any other being of light in the energetic realm, those beings are only wanting to support you. So if you are finding that you are getting negative information or being told things that harm yourself or hurt another person, you are not interacting with the energetic realm. You are not interacting with angels. You need to just release all of that energy from your energetic field and begin again with energy that is 100% unconditionally loving. And you do that simply by asking any of the angelic presences. Archangel Michael is an excellent one for this. Please release me from this negativity and allow me to interact with only that which is from the divine. Only that which is 100% unconditionally loving. So now let's take a look at the definition for the word resolution. We're all told that every year this is something that we need to do. We've got to make those resolutions to lose weight, to get more exercise, to stop smoking or drinking or doing drugs, or make more money, have better relationships in some way. That by making these resolutions, we're going to be able to have a better life. But here's where we begin getting into problems. Because when you look at the dictionary definition of resolution, you see that it's a mental state or quality of being resolved or resolute, which means firmness of purpose. Now we're getting into a rigid state. I don't know if you've noticed or if you've experienced it in your life, but in my life, when I start getting rigid about the way that I'm going to do something or interact with something, I start getting into problems. So just by being rigid about what you will receive or what you don't want to receive in the new year, you're already setting yourself up for disappointment and for difficulty. What the angels would like you to do instead is to flow. Let's look at the difference between flow and force. When you set yourself up for that, from that resolution headspace, you're forcing yourself. I'm gonna do this or else. And they want you to soften your approach. It's not going to work to beat yourself up over the head. It's just going to make it that much easier for you not to be able to keep your goal and then to feel like a failure. It is important that we remember that words have power. And the power those words have is not so much in the word itself, but it is in the value that you are assigning to them. This is one of the reasons why prayer can be quite effective. It is not because you are saying a prayer that has certain words. So let's just take, for example, the Lord's Prayer, which is a very common prayer. It is not because those particular words are better than other words, but it is because there have been years and years and years and multitudes of people who have said this prayer and have felt connected to God, have felt relief from whatever sorrow, joy, happiness, uplifted, comforted. It is joining in with the energy that this prayer has brought forth that is giving you the results. It is not saying those particular words. So you can kind of release yourself from any bondage that you might have put yourself in with regard to words. Instead, what am I intending? When I say something, how does it feel to my heart? Am I feeling open and expansive, or am I starting to contract? Am I feeling as though I need to pull myself in? Try to choose words that will allow you to be open and expansive. That is meaning that you are flowing with the unconditional love of God. You are in sync with what is for your highest good, and you are going to experience a much easier time than when you are trying to force, but you may be running up against resistance. Resolution is going to have or carry the energy of force. And it has sort of a commanding kind of energy to it. And very few of us like to be given orders. I know if you're in the army, you're used to following orders. But I'm not so sure that anybody, including a soldier, particularly loves following orders. Instead of making your life one where you are forcing yourself to follow orders and feeling rebellious about that, allow yourself to be in that flow state. One of the things that comes up when you give yourself a resolution is that kind of finger waving condemnation. Stop doing that bad thing. And what that says to you is that you're bad, or something that you are doing is bad, and you will not be able to become good until you stop participating in that activity or you reach some arbitrary goal. If you've ever tried to reach a goal, you know that when you have momentum, when you are already feeling good, It's going to be easier to add on to that good feeling and get to where you want to go. If you're already feeling bad, you're going to have to do all the work to get yourself up to the starting place and then begin moving towards your goal. It is much harder to come from behind and continue on to your goal. You're already exhausted. You've already run the race just bringing yourself up from feeling bad to feeling neutral. So I'm encouraging you to let go of this firmness and judgment and rigidity. Let go of the finger waving and the pointing at yourself and saying what you don't like. When you see yourself as bad, you immediately begin engaging in resistance. And resistance is a funny thing because resistance brings with it a justification. None of us like to be bad. None of us like to fail. None of us like to get it wrong. So what do? We start justifying. Well, I'm not that bad. My behavior isn't that bad. I only had one drink. I only ate 6 cookies, and usually I eat the whole bag. So it really wasn't that bad. And you begin finding reasons why you should continue with that behavior, even if you know it's hurting you. Let's say that you have a health condition that requires you to lose weight, but you are coming at it by telling yourself, oh, you really did it. You really screwed yourself. Now you've got this health condition and you've got to lose weight. And I'm so disappointed in you and in what you represent. And then you go to the refrigerator and you see pie left over from your New Year's celebration. And you say to yourself, well, I'll just take one bite. It's not that bad. I've got to make myself feel better, or I deserve this because I've been working so hard. You are looking to justify the behavior that is hurting you because you don't want to feel bad or you don't want to feel wrong. Whereas if instead of getting into this place of justification and blame, you had allowed yourself just to be and to be proud of who you are, you wouldn't be in this push me, pull you kind of situation. So it is the example of a closed fist versus an open hand. When you have a closed fist, nothing can get in. You cannot receive the bad, but you also cannot receive the good. When you have an open hand, the bad is free to go, and the good is welcome to arrive. So let's welcome in some good and take a look at what you can do instead. Instead of the resolutions that probably have never worked in the past and may not work in the future, I invite you to begin intending. When you intend, you begin to act in the way that will be most honoring for yourself. So you begin acting in the way that is in alignment with the thing that you want. You begin thinking thoughts that are in alignment with what is your desired outcome. An example would be you're facing a health condition unless you lose some weight. When you intend, it is my intention to make healthy eating choices. It is my intention to move my body more frequently throughout the day so that my body is able to release weight easily. It is my intention to love and honor myself by making those choices that truly are going to feel good and support my weight loss goals and my goal toward better wellness. You are allowing yourself the opportunity to flow in alignment with your highest good. Now, if you have a concern about what may be your highest good, it is always the most loving outcome that you can receive. Highest good comes from the divine. The divine are only unconditional love. They have a desire to offer you only that which is going to help you expand through the heart center and experience a life that is magical. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not going to experience challenges. It simply means that you are going to feel good more often than not. So you're allowing yourself the opportunity to flow, and by intending, you are taking away the sting. You're not rebuking yourself. There's no more finger wagging. There's no anger or humiliation that you are assigning to yourself. No resistance. And you are setting yourself up for success. When you are making a resolution and you are engaging in rigid, rule-setting behavior, you're most likely setting yourself up to fail. So, allowing yourself to flow sets yourself up for success. This year, that means that our intention is going to be to experience. Now, let's just set an overall goal for the year. Why don't we agree that we are going to experience more love, joy, and peace? This is a beautiful way to open yourself up to begin flowing into a life that is going to feel good and be good. Feeling is the first indicator that you're about to receive physical representation of what you are, the energy that you are holding. If you constantly feel bad, feel negative, feel resistance, feel as though you are pushing a stone uphill, it's not going to be long before your physical life also represents this. So your only intention at this point is to experience more love, joy, and peace. From that place of openness and fullness, you may also decide to eat healthier foods, to get more exercise or more opportunities to move your body. You may decide that you want your relationships to be more deeply fulfilling, and you are going to start by loving yourself more deeply. Let's also give ourselves daily intentions. We gave ourselves a yearly broad intention, but now we want to give ourselves a daily intention. When we are breaking the intentions down into more microscopic pieces, we know that it will be easier for us to have a success more quickly. You are not always going to be able to hold the energy of love, joy, and peace. That's our overall yearly goal. But we can set little tiny sub-intentions that allow us to have that great feeling of winning throughout the day, every day. So we are going to be open to seeing the good in every situation. Even, let's say, you are the person who's wanting to lose weight and you eat the cookie. If you are able to recognize while you're eating the cookie, okay, I decided to allow myself to have this cookie, and I'm also going to limit it with 1 or limit it with 2. Try to keep the number as small as you can. And then you want to celebrate. I'm so proud of myself. I had the intention to eat more healthfully. And instead of eating a whole bag of cookies, I was able to stop with 2. That is really an incredible improvement, and I am so proud of myself. Do you see how much more of a win you have given yourself? And there's absolutely no failure. There was no finger wagging. You didn't tell yourself you were bad for having 2 cookies. You congratulated yourself for being able to stop when you did. Also, when you set these small intentions, these daily intentions, or just incremental throughout your day intentions, you're opening yourself up to partner even more deeply with the divine. The more that you step into flow and you practice unconditional love, the more you are in partnership with the unconditional love that is flowing forth from the divine continuously. So this is what you need to remember. It is not that the divine will change for you. It is that you must match their energy of unconditional love so you can be fully immersed in their support. They are not going to change. They have already decided that they are going to represent unconditional love and that they will be unwavering in their commitment to make sure that that is shared with everyone, regardless of anything that person may be doing. There are no restrictions to this unconditional love. The only time you will not receive it is when you choose to be out of alignment with this love. The minute you start opening up, you will again begin receiving it. There is nothing that you can do that could separate you from this love. So, you are also going to be open to receiving your highest good. Let's give an example of what a day could look like for you. So you may wake up in the morning and say, my overall goal for the day is, I want to feel good. And then the sub-intention may be, I want to get to work on time. I want to choose healthy meals. I want to have a productive meeting. Whatever it is that you are about to engage with, allow yourself to see that it's going to have a positive impact. You do this by stating your desire in a positive light. So you don't want to say, oh, I hope I don't eat a bag of cookies. That is not setting you up to flow into the desired result. Please make sure that you keep it positive. And as you are keeping it positive, it's going to help you move into the energetic state of being where it's possible, and that allows you to be more receptive. So it's an easy 1, 2, 3. Start out framing it positively. Understanding that will help you get into alignment with making this happen. It creates the understanding of possibility. Now it's possible because I know that I am setting myself up for success. And then don't forget to stay open and receptive to that success. Now, let's quickly contrast this with resolution. If you set the resolution, my New Year's resolution is to lose 20 pounds and get in better shape, you are looking at or observing only the negative aspects of this. You're assigning yourself a not good enough status. And you're asking yourself to take positive action from this negative place. And we already looked at how much more difficult it is to play catch up than just to begin from where you are and have a positive outcome. It's unlikely to occur if you are asking yourself to go from a dead stop to a sprint. If you were, on the other hand, making an intention or a promise, I intend to make healthy eating choices and add more opportunities for exercise or movement into my daily routine. No criticism. You are looking for creative solutions. You're allowing yourself to be receptive. You are saying to yourself, this is where I am. This is where I want to go. And this is my path to get there. When you just assign yourself negativity, you're no good because you need to lose weight, there's no path to your goal. There's just punishment. So we want to always keep that pathway open and clear. You're receptive and you're giving yourself momentum. So you might say something like this throughout the day. Oh, I always make healthy eating choices. Or, this is an opportunity for me to choose healthy eating. Whatever really resonates or motivates you is what you want to do in order to really get the most out of your intention setting practice. Intention or flow is again that open palm of receptivity. It allows you to see and interact with the divine. And there is no more powerful help than divine help. You absolutely are not going to be able to do this by yourself. We are not designed to isolate and try to get things done by ourselves. Instead, what we are designed to do is work in partnership with the divine. Take all of these tools for transformation that they share with us and use them to make it easier to live a life that feels good. Force equals failure. Flow equals freedom. This year, I invite you to step into freedom. Now, our helper, and we're not going to look deeply at this angelic being right now. Instead, what I'd like to do is share with you that our helper, the one who is going to help you set these intentions and keep these promises that you're making to yourself, that helper is Archangel Raziel. And next week, we are going to dive deep into the characteristics of Archangel Raziel and how you can use their help to reach your goals, to create those situations that will feel good to you and feel honoring and rewarding. Now, before we go, I want to invite you. This is so exciting that I have this opportunity to share this with you. I have a new group coaching program. It's within the My Heart's Desire community. And in this group coaching program, you will be able to experience deep clearing for the trauma. You will release your limiting beliefs. You will be able to step away from your negative thinking. And you're going to learn how to partner with the divine and the entire energetic realm in a safe space, in a way that is uplifting and encouraging. So I invite you, if you are struggling with trauma, with limiting beliefs, or with negativity, if you feel lost or confused, if you are ready to give up, instead of giving up, join us. Join me within the My Heart's Desire community, where you are going to receive all the nurturance and the guidance you need in order to transform your life. When you heal your heart, you will transform your life. Your life will feel good from the inside out, and your physical world will begin reflecting how wonderful you are feeling about you. So please, don't pass up this opportunity. Please don't be sitting alone in your home feeling sad, frightened, or lonely. Join the community. It is a small monthly fee to get in-depth coaching and counseling and receive the wisdom and the assistance from the energetic realm. So the doors are open now, and they will remain open until January 11th. And then they will close. I will work with those people, and sometime in the future, we don't know when, you will have another opportunity. But please, if you are struggling now, don't waste this opportunity to feel good and to really honor yourself by stepping out of the pain place that you may be inhabiting right now and stepping in to a place of transformation where your life will be magical. Absolutely every person who wants to transform their lives is welcome. You can get all of the information on the website link that I have provided here in the description. And I am so delighted that you're here with me. Next week, as I said, we're going to be looking at Archangel Raziel and how they can help you. But in the meantime, I invite you to go to my website, mmhearthealer.com, and join My Heart's Desire spiritual community. It will be the greatest gift you've ever given yourself. Thanks so much, everyone. This is Dr. Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, and I'm sending you all my love and joy.